Before we went into Iraq for the second time, under the assumption we were going to find weapons of mass destruction, I said, along with millions of others, by golly, they'd better find something. Well, now we know the answer. No WMDs there. Initially, I, like many others, was ashamed of what I had supported. Now we were in a quagmire, losing important lives and billions of dollars. I felt angry and defeated. What a pain in the ass the war had created. In the past year or so, my thinking has changed. A number of things have happened since we entered Iraq. I know much more about the Muslim religion, Muslim political aspirations, and how Muslims treat women. I know I would not trust Muslim fundamentalists with an atomic bomb. The U.S. speech by the radical Iranian president reinforced what I had learned and feared. In my past life, I was in the education field. I am not sure why, but I found myself an advocate of women. And I was irritated with fathers that would not encourage their daughters to go to college because they were, quote, just going to get married. I took great enjoyment from seeing women move up the ladder. I was always impressed with women who could manage career and family duties. I learned that the best situation for a woman is when she is not dependent on a man for her livelihood. I now see the Iraq situation much differently. I see the religious hatred and the ignorance of the people. Their religion has kept them in the dark ages. Most of all, I see women treated so horribly it's hard to imagine. I'm willing to bet thousands of Muslim girls lose their virginity at the age of 9 because Muhammad's wife was 9. You can find wide defense of the practice today. They say it can be done only if the families and the child agree. Can anyone imagine a 9-year-old asking to have sex with an old man? One can only imagine what other atrocities go on unreported in Arab countries. I have no doubt that most Muslim women cannot even conceptualize true freedom. I see a new duty and obligation for the United States, perhaps the most important thing since World War II. Iraq must become a democracy, no matter what the cost in lives and money. If fundamentalists take over in Iraq, and if Iran would also become a nuclear power, this would put the U.S. in financial and military jeopardy. Should this happen, the cost to the United States and the world would be catastrophic. The money we are spending now in Iraq would be considered pocket change by comparison. We would be blackmailed on every issue. Believe me, the United States would not be a happy place. And worst of all, an atomic bomb detonated by a Muslim fundamentalist group, even in a desolate area where no harm was done, would have a catastrophic effect on world security. On the other hand, a democratic Iraq could overcome the hatred and bend the hard line of the Muslim religion to free Muslim women from their religious shackles. Hopefully they would learn that converting or killing the rest of the world isn't the best idea after all. It will take time and money, but it would be one of the most courageous and beneficial things any country has done in modern times. Finally, I must say, where are the women? I am baffled that a man on an electronic soapbox that a few people might hear feels the need to mention this idea. I would think millions of women would be marching and lobbying Congress on this issue. Letting Iraq fall into the hands of Muslim fundamentalists would be a major setback for women everywhere.